everyone, welcome to the 11th episode of the How and Why of Kio-chan. Before I go on to the questions, I just want to say thank you to all you guys who made Hinata feel welcomed on the show. She told me a couple of minutes ago that she'd like to be on another episode in the near future. And as you guys can see, I'm back. I just got back from my mission in the Cloud Village, and let me tell you, it's not a place you want to be right now. The Kage over there has lost his mind. He's pretty much declared war on everybody just because he can't find his younger brother. And that just makes my job even harder. And I had to tell Mandara-sensei about this, and he's not going to be very happy when he hears the news. Just what I need in the morning, right? Well, let me start complaining about what's going on, and let me get right into the questions. My first set of questions come from Kio-chan, and Kio-chan asks, what are the names of your children? From oldest to youngest, it's Susumaru, Shiro, Anako, and Arashi Fugaku. Her next question is, do your children have any special jutsu besides sharingan? Yes, they do. Arashi seems to be the most talented of the bunch. He has the ability to communicate and control several animals at once, unlike most of us who can only do one. Arashi hopes to be the first animal specialist at Konoha, and I can't wait to see that when he gets older. Anako also has a special ability. She's able to control bugs just like her father. And speaking of fathers, the next question is, who's the father? All my children have different fathers because apparently some of them only married me for my sharingan. Susumaru's father is Sesshomaru, Shiro and Arashi's father is Naruto, and Anako's father is Shino. The next question is, are there anything like their father? I must say the only one who really acts like their father would be Arashi. Arashi is like a little knucklehead. I mean, he's a clone of Naruto. I mean, he acts just like he did when he was younger. So, the only one who really acts like their father would be Arashi. The other ones really don't act like their father that much. I mean, sometimes there's certain traits, like, you know, the pride and all that, that does come up, but that's about it. The next question is, who babysits them and do they behave for the babysitter? The one person who babysits them most of the time would be my best friend Kazuma. And if he's not available, I would have his younger brother Kazuhiro babysit them. And it's a parent's dream for their kids to actually behave for the babysitter. And for me, I'm lucky enough to have children who actually do that. They treat them like family, so it works out for everybody. The next question is, out of the 4 children, who caused you the most trouble? Who causes you the least? The one who caused me the most trouble would probably be Shiro. But that was my fault. When he was younger, I accidentally pushed him too far in our training when I used my Mangekyo Sharingan on him. And after that, he just became a handful, so it was my fault that he caused me the most trouble. The one who caused me the least trouble would probably be either Susumaru or Arashi. Both of them really don't cause me much trouble at all. The next question is, are your children in the Akatsuki? Definitely not. I don't allow them anywhere near the other members or the Akatsuki as a whole. I mean, it's a dangerous place and it's not for children. Even though I'm a part of the Akatsuki, I won't let them join just because I'm there. Then my next question comes from Anubis Raven, and he asks, what village do you like? What village I like? That's a tough question. Well, it took me a long time to like my own village, the Leaf Village again, but the one I like the most, I would have to say, is the Sound Village. Don't ask me why, I just like it. My next set of questions come from my little brother Sasuke, and he asks, I know Kayako is very strong in ninja battles, but is she on the emotional side? Yeah, okay, you got me there. I am a bit on the emotional side, but I am a Konoichi after all. It's very hard for us to control our feelings. But if anything happened to Sasuke or Itachi, I would lose my mind. And Kisame has seen me a couple of times when that kind of thing has happened, and he tells me I'm even scarier than when I'm in battle. So, I can be a bit on the emotional side. His next question is, has Kayako ever put her life on the line for someone else? Actually, I have. During my younger ninja days, like when I was a Chunin, an early Jonin, I actually had to put my life on the line for the people on my squad. I mean, back then, we were at war. Okay? And the people that we're up against were really strong. And since I was one of the strongest members back then, I had to actually protect a lot of my close teammates. And I did it a lot back then. Nowadays, I usually put my life on the line for my own pack. And, of course, my family if I need to. His next question is, Has Kioko ever lost a wolf in battle? Unfortunately, yes, I have. A couple of times, especially when I was in my beginning years. Back then, I really couldn't communicate with my wolves very well. And I'd be in battle, I'd be focusing on one thing, and then I'd miss one of the attacks that the enemy threw at me, and my wolves would get hurt because of that. And sometimes those wounds were just too bad, and they actually died. So, in my beginning days, I lost a couple of wolves. Nowadays, it doesn't happen that often because now I can communicate with multiple ones at once. His next question is, does Kioko have a last resort strategy or technique for battle? We all have to have one of those. I mean, it's just a necessity of life. But for me, the one that I would use would be actually the same one that Itachi used against you. The last ultimate technique of the sharingan. Susanoo. That is the one that I would be using. I mean, I don't use it that often anyway because it's just too strong. It's an offensive and defensive technique. And it just takes a lot of chakra out of you. So, Susanoo would be my final technique. His next question is, has Kioko ever thought of leaving the Akatsuki behind and starting new? Actually, a couple of times I've been thinking of leaving the Akatsuki. But I stay because I really want to see Madara defeated. And even if I wanted to leave, Madara's Tensei would follow me anyway. So, I really don't have the opportunity to leave, even if I wanted to. And besides, we're short-handed right now, and we can't afford to lose any members.